Welcome to my channel. Do you understand a little English but still feel nervous when you try to speak? Do you forget vocabulary quickly, feel confused with grammar, or think learning English at home is too hard for you? Then this video is exactly for you. Today, I will show you a simple step-by-step method that absolute beginners can follow at home without stress, without expensive courses, and without fear. And also, I have prepared a special bonus exercise file for you. The link is in the description below. By the end of this video, you will know how to start learning English correctly, how to practice daily, and how to speak English with more confidence. Now comment below and tell me, what is your biggest problem in English right now? So let's start it. Chapter 1. Why most people fail to learn English at home. Many people start learning English with big excitement. Maybe you also felt this before. You watched some English videos. You downloaded apps. You bought notebooks. You told yourself, this time I will learn English seriously. For some days, everything feels exciting. You study new words, you practice grammar, you listen to English songs, but slowly something changes. You start feeling confused. You forget words quickly. Grammar becomes difficult. Speaking feels scary, then one day you stop practicing. Days become weeks. Weeks become months. And again you say, maybe English is too hard for me. If this sounds like your story, then stay with me, because today I want to tell you something very important. The problem is not your brain. The problem is not your age. The problem is not your memory. The real problem is the wrong method. Most people try to learn English in a stressful way. They try to learn everything together. Grammar, vocabulary, speaking, listening, pronunciation, everything at the same time. This makes the brain tired. And when the brain feels stress, learning becomes slow. That is why many beginners quit very early. Maybe you also compare yourself with fluent speakers. You watch someone speaking fast English on YouTube and suddenly you feel small. You think, I can never speak like that. But listen carefully. Every fluent speaker was once a beginner. Every person who speaks English confidently today once made small and simple sentences. Nobody became fluent in one night. English is a journey, not a race. And this is where most learners make a big mistake. They want fast results. They want to speak fluently in 1 month. They want perfect grammar immediately. But language learning does not work like magic. It works step by step, slowly, naturally. Just like a child learns language. Think about a baby. A baby does not study grammar books. A baby listens first, then understands slowly, then speaks small words, then small sentences. Day by day, the language grows naturally. This is exactly how you should learn English too, not with pressure, not with fear, but with patience and daily practice. I know what many viewers are secretly thinking right now. Maybe you are thinking, I studied English in school for years, but still cannot speak. Maybe you think your pronunciation is bad. Maybe you feel shy when speaking English in front of people. Maybe your friends laugh at your mistakes. Maybe you understand English a little but cannot reply quickly. And because of this, your confidence becomes weak. But I want you to understand something deeply today. Making mistakes is not shameful. Staying silent forever is the real problem. Mistakes are proof that you are trying, and every successful English learner made thousands of mistakes before becoming confident. You are not alone in this journey. Millions of people around the world feel exactly like you. They want to speak English, but they feel stuck. Some learners know grammar rules, but cannot speak one simple sentence confidently. Some learners memorize hundreds of words, but forget them after 2 days. Some learners watch difficult English movies and then feel frustrated because they understand nothing. This creates disappointment. Slowly, motivation becomes weak. Then they quit. But in this video, I will show you a different path. A simple path, a peaceful path. A step-by-step path for absolute beginners learning English at home. No pressure, no complicated methods, just simple daily actions that really work. And if you follow this system patiently, your English will improve. Maybe slowly in the beginning, but strongly over time. Remember this: small progress every day is more powerful than big motivation for one day. Even 20 minutes daily can change your English completely after some months. Many people fail because they study hard for 2 days and then stop for 2 weeks. Consistency is more important than intensity. Your daily habit matters more than your talent. Some people think they are too old to learn English. This is another big lie. Your brain can learn at any age if you practice correctly. Maybe children learn faster in some ways, but adults understand discipline better. Adults can create routines. Adults can practice with purpose, so never say, "It is too late for me." It is not late. Your English journey can start today. And another important thing: do not try to become perfect. Perfection is dangerous for beginners. When you try to speak perfect English every time, fear controls you. You become afraid of mistakes. Then you stop speaking completely. Instead of perfection, focus on communication, focus on progress. If you can speak one small sentence today that you could not speak yesterday, that is success. Be proud of small wins. They grow into big confidence later. Also, stop comparing your beginning with someone else's middle. You do not know how many years they practiced. You do not know how many mistakes they made secretly. Everyone learns at a different speed. Your journey is your own. The most important thing is to keep moving. Slowly but continuously. English can truly change your life. It can open better job opportunities. It can help you travel confidently. It can help you use the internet better. It can help you communicate with people around the world. But more than that, English can change how you feel about yourself. Confidence changes everything. Imagine understanding movies without subtitles. Imagine speaking confidently in interviews. Imagine expressing your thoughts clearly in English. That future is possible, but only if you continue learning step by step without quitting. And here is something very important. Most people quit just before improvement starts. In the beginning, progress feels slow because your brain is building a foundation. But if you stay patient, one day suddenly you understand more. You speak more easily. You remember words faster. Your confidence grows naturally. That is why you must trust the process. In the next chapter, I will show you the first real step every beginner should follow to build strong English from home. And honestly, this step is where true English learning begins. Chapter 2: Build your English foundation the right way. Now let us talk about the most important step in your English journey: your foundation. If the foundation is weak, everything becomes difficult later. Many beginners make this mistake. They start learning difficult grammar from the first day. They try to memorize long vocabulary lists. They watch advanced English videos that are too fast. Then they feel confused and tired. Slowly they lose confidence. But learning English does not need to feel painful. In fact, the beginning should feel simple and natural. The first thing you must understand is this: English is a language, not a school subject, and language grows through daily exposure. This means your brain needs to hear English again and again before speaking becomes easy. Think about how children learn. They listen for months before speaking clearly. They hear the same words many times. Slowly, the brain starts understanding naturally. You should learn English the same way. Stop trying to become perfect immediately. First, train your ears. Listening is the real starting point. Many beginners ignore listening practice. This is why they can read some English but cannot understand real conversations. If you want strong English, you must listen every day. Even if you understand only a little in the beginning, keep listening. Your brain is learning quietly. At first, English may sound very fast and unclear. This is normal. Do not panic. Every learner feels this in the beginning. The brain needs time to recognize sounds and patterns. Start with very easy English, slow English, simple English. Listen to beginner stories, listen to short conversations, listen to easy podcasts, watch simple English videos with subtitles. Do not jump into difficult movies immediately. That only creates frustration. Your goal in the beginning is not to understand everything. Your goal is to become comfortable with the sound of English. This is very important. Comfort comes before confidence, and confidence comes before fluency. Another mistake beginners make is trying to learn too many words every day. Some people try to memorize 50 words daily. After 2 days, they forget most of them. Then they feel disappointed. Instead of learning many difficult words, focus on useful words. Learn words you can use in daily life. Simple words, daily expressions, greetings, common questions, small sentences. This type of English is called survival English. It is the English people use every day in real life. For example, simple sentences like, "How are you?" "I am tired." "I need help." "Where are you going?" "I like this." These simple patterns are powerful because you can use them again and again. Language grows through repetition, not through complicated vocabulary. Another important thing is creating an English environment at home. Many viewers think, nobody around me speaks English. How can I practice? But listen carefully. Today, you can create your own English world at home. Your phone can become your teacher. Your room can become your classroom. Small daily changes can make a huge difference. For example, change your phone language to English. At first, it may feel strange, but slowly your brain will start recognizing common words naturally. Put small English labels on objects in your room. Write door, table, mirror, window, bottle. Every time you see these words, your brain learns without stress. This is smart learning. You can also speak small English sentences during daily activities. While drinking water, say, "I am drinking water." While cooking, say, "I am cooking food." While walking, say, "I am walking slowly." These small habits train your brain to think in English naturally. Many people wait for perfect conditions before starting. They think they need expensive classes or fluent speaking partners. But this is not true. What you really need is consistency. Even 20 minutes daily can change your English over time. Let me tell you something powerful. Talent is not the biggest reason people become fluent. Consistency is. A person practicing 20 minutes daily for 1 year will improve more than someone studying 5 hours once a week. Small daily practice is stronger because the brain learns better through repetition. So stop waiting for motivation every day. Build a simple routine instead. Some days you will feel excited, some days you will feel lazy. That is normal. But successful learners continue even on lazy days because they understand that progress comes slowly. Imagine learning English like growing a plant. You water it daily. You may not see growth immediately, but slowly roots become stronger. Then one day you notice big change. English works exactly the same way. Another thing I want you to stop doing is translating everything from your native language. Many beginners do this. They hear an English sentence and immediately translate every word in their mind. This makes understanding slow. Instead, try to connect English words directly with meaning and images. For example, when you hear the word apple, see the fruit in your mind. Do not translate first. This helps your brain think naturally in English later. In the beginning, this may feel difficult, but slowly it becomes easier with practice. Also, remember this, you do not need to understand every single word while listening. This is a very common fear among beginners. They think, if I miss one word, I understand nothing. But even fluent speakers focus on main ideas, not every word. Relax your mind while listening. Catch important words, understand the general meaning. Your brain will improve naturally over time. And please stop being afraid of slow progress. Every learner grows slowly in the beginning. This stage is normal. Your brain is building connections quietly. One day you will suddenly understand sentences that once felt impossible. That moment feels magical, but it comes only to people who continue practicing patiently. So trust the process. Stay consistent. Keep listening. Keep learning simple words. Keep creating your English environment at home. Your confidence will grow little by little. And in the next chapter, we will talk about one of the biggest fears in English learning. Speaking, because many people know some English in their mind, but when they try to speak, fear stops them completely. In the next chapter, I will show you how to break that fear and start speaking English with confidence step by step. Chapter 3. The biggest secret to start speaking English confidently. Now, let us talk about the part that scares most English learners the most: speaking. Maybe you already know some English words. Maybe you understand simple sentences while listening. But when someone suddenly asks you a question in English, your mind becomes blank. Your heart beats faster. Fear enters your mind, and even simple words disappear. If this happens to you, do not worry. This is one of the most common problems in the world for English learners. You are not weak. You are not bad at English. Your brain is simply afraid of making mistakes, and this fear becomes the biggest wall between you and fluency. Many people spend years learning grammar and vocabulary, but still cannot speak confidently because they are waiting for perfect English before opening their mouth. But here is the truth. Nobody tells beginners. Confidence does not come before speaking. Confidence comes because of speaking. You become confident by practicing again and again, not by waiting silently. Think about learning how to ride a bicycle. The first time feels scary. You may fall, you may lose balance. But after practicing many times, your body learns naturally. Speaking English works the same way. At first you will feel uncomfortable. You may make mistakes. Your pronunciation may not sound perfect, but slowly your mouth and brain start working together better. This is how fluency grows, through action, not through fear. One big mistake beginners make is trying to speak very difficult sentences immediately. Then they become nervous and confused. Start small, very small. Simple sentences are powerful. You do not need advanced English to start speaking. You only need courage and daily practice. For example, speak sentences like, I am tired. I like tea. Today is hot. I am learning English. These small sentences train your brain step by step. Never feel ashamed of simple English. Simple English is the beginning of fluent English. Another powerful method is speaking alone. Many learners think speaking practice is only possible with other people. This is not true. You can improve a lot by speaking alone at home. In fact, this is one of the best ways to remove fear because nobody is judging you. Start talking to yourself in English during daily activities. Describe what you are doing. Describe your room. Describe your day. For example, I am cleaning my room. This is my chair. I feel happy today. These small habits make English feel natural in your daily life. The more English becomes part of your routine, the less fear you feel. Another powerful technique is reading aloud. This is simple but very effective. Take a small English paragraph and read it loudly. Do not read silently in your mind. Use your voice. This improves pronunciation, speaking speed, and confidence together. At first, your pronunciation may feel strange. That is normal. Keep going. Your mouth needs practice just like your brain. The more you speak loudly, the easier English becomes. You can also use the mirror speaking method. Stand in front of a mirror and speak simple English sentences while looking at yourself. In the beginning, this may feel funny or uncomfortable, but this method is powerful because it builds confidence slowly. You start becoming comfortable hearing your own English voice. And this is important because many learners secretly hate how they sound in English. They feel embarrassed. But remember this: every fluent speaker once sounded like a beginner. Nobody starts perfectly. Another excellent method is shadowing. This means listening to short English audio and repeating it immediately like an echo. This trains pronunciation, rhythm, and speaking flow together. Start with very short audio clips. Listen carefully and copy the speaker. Do not worry if your accent is not perfect. Focus on practice. Your speaking improves naturally through repetition. Many viewers think fluent speakers speak without mistakes. This is not true. Even native speakers make mistakes sometimes. The difference is, they continue speaking confidently. Beginners stop speaking after one mistake because fear controls them. You must change this mindset. Mistakes are not enemies. Mistakes are teachers. Every mistake shows you what to improve. If you never make mistakes, it means you are not practicing enough. Let me tell you a small story. There was a student who felt extremely shy speaking English. He knew many words but always stayed silent in conversations. One day he decided to practice speaking only 5 minutes daily alone in his room. Just 5 minutes. He described his day. He read small paragraphs aloud. He repeated simple sentences every day. In the beginning he felt silly, but after 1 month something changed. His fear became smaller. After 3 months, he could speak simple conversations more confidently, not because he became perfect, but because he stopped being afraid of mistakes. This is the power of daily speaking practice. Small actions create big changes over time. Another important thing is stop translating every sentence in your head before speaking. This creates stress and slows your speaking. Instead, train yourself to think in simple English. Start with tiny thoughts like, I am hungry, I need water, this is beautiful. Small thoughts become small sentences. Small sentences become conversations later. Your brain learns through gradual practice. Also remember this deeply. Fluent speakers do not think about grammar rules every second while talking. They use patterns they practiced many times. This is why repetition is so important. The more you repeat useful English patterns, the faster speaking becomes. Do not try to sound intelligent with difficult vocabulary. Focus on clear communication. Simple English spoken confidently is more powerful than difficult English spoken fearfully. And please never laugh at yourself for trying. Speaking another language is brave. Many people stay silent forever because fear controls them. But you are here learning and practicing. That already makes you stronger than many people. Your voice matters, your progress matters. Even if your English is broken today, continue speaking. Broken English can become fluent English with practice and patience. One day you will notice something beautiful. You will start speaking without thinking too much. Small conversations will feel easier. Fear will become smaller. Confidence will grow naturally. But this happens only when you practice consistently. Not perfectly, consistently. In the next chapter, we will talk about another important skill, listening, because many beginners can read English slowly, but when real people speak fast, everything sounds confusing. In the next chapter, I will show you how to train your ears and understand real English faster without feeling frustrated. Chapter 4: How to improve listening and understand real English faster. Now let us talk about one of the most important skills in English learning: listening. Many beginners feel frustrated because they can read some English slowly. But when native speakers talk, everything sounds too fast. Maybe this also happens to you. You watch an English video and suddenly all the words mix together. You hear sounds, but your brain cannot catch the meaning. Then you think, my listening is very bad. But listen carefully. This problem is completely normal. Every English learner experiences this stage. Your ears are simply not trained yet. Listening is like a muscle. The more you train it, the stronger it becomes. And the good news is this: you do not need magic talent to improve listening. You only need the right method and daily practice. Many learners make a big mistake. They try to listen to very difficult English too early. They watch fast movies, advanced interviews, or complicated podcasts. Then they understand almost nothing. This creates stress and disappointment. Slowly, they lose motivation. But successful learners do something different. They start easy, very easy. They train their ears step by step. This is the secret. Your brain learns best when it understands most of the content. So if you are a beginner, start with slow English. Listen to simple conversations. Listen to beginner stories. Listen to short videos with clear pronunciation. Do not feel ashamed of easy content. Easy practice builds strong foundations. Think about learning to swim. You do not jump into the deepest water on the first day. You start slowly. English listening works the same way. Another important thing is repetition. Many people listen to something once and then move to another video. This is not effective for beginners. Repeating the same audio again and again is very powerful. The first time you listen, maybe you understand only a little. The second time, your brain catches more words. The third time, understanding becomes easier. Repetition trains your ears naturally. Children learn language through repetition too. They hear the same words many times before understanding them clearly. So never think repetition is boring. Repetition is brain training. One very useful method is active listening. Most people do passive listening. They play English audio in the background but do not focus. Active listening is different. It means listening carefully with attention. Try this simple method. Choose a short audio clip. Listen carefully. Pause after small sentences. Repeat what you hear. Notice pronunciation. Notice common patterns. This small habit can improve your listening much faster. Another mistake beginners make is trying to understand every single word. This creates panic. Even fluent speakers do not focus on every word during conversations. They focus on the main meaning. Imagine listening like collecting puzzle pieces. You do not need every piece immediately to understand the picture. Focus on important keywords. First, relax your mind. If you miss some words, continue listening calmly. Your brain slowly becomes better at filling the gaps naturally. This is how real listening grows. Let us talk about subtitles because many learners use them incorrectly. Subtitles can help, but you must use them smartly. First, listen without subtitles and try to understand the general meaning. Then watch again with subtitles to check what you missed. After that, listen one more time without subtitles. This method trains both your ears and your understanding together. If you always depend on subtitles, your listening improvement becomes slower. Another powerful habit is listening daily, even for short time. Consistency matters more than long study sessions. 10 or 20 minutes every day is enough to improve slowly. Your brain needs regular contact with English sounds. Some learners study listening only once a week and then wonder why improvement is slow. Language learning is like exercise. Small daily training works best. Also try listening during simple daily activities. Listen while walking, cooking, cleaning, or relaxing. This increases your exposure to English naturally. The more English enters your daily life, the more familiar it feels. And when something feels familiar, fear becomes smaller. Many beginners secretly believe native speakers talk too fast on purpose. But actually, your brain is simply not used to connected speech yet. In real conversations, words join together smoothly. At first, this sounds confusing, but slowly your ears start recognizing patterns. One day you suddenly understand sentences that once sounded impossible. This moment feels amazing, but it happens only after patient practice. Another fun way to improve listening is through entertainment. Watch simple cartoons, beginner YouTube channels, easy interviews, or English songs. Learning should not always feel like hard work. Enjoyable learning helps the brain remember better. Songs are especially useful because rhythm and repetition help memory strongly. Even if you understand only some words from a song, your ears are still learning pronunciation and sound patterns. And remember this deeply. Understanding 20% today is not failure, it is progress. Many learners quit because they expect instant understanding. But language learning happens slowly inside the brain before you notice big results. Trust the process. Every time you listen, your brain builds stronger connections. Even when improvement feels invisible, learning is happening quietly. Let me tell you something very important. Do not compare your listening level with fluent speakers. They spent years hearing English daily. You are still training your ears. Be patient with yourself. Celebrate small wins. Maybe today you understood one sentence clearly. That matters. Maybe today you recognized 10 words you missed before. That matters too. Small improvements become big confidence later. Another useful exercise is predicting. While listening to simple conversations, try guessing the next word or sentence. This keeps your brain active and improves understanding faster. Listening is not only hearing sounds, it is training the brain to expect language patterns naturally. Over time, this becomes easier and more automatic. And please stop thinking your brain is weak. Your brain is learning every day. Sometimes progress feels slow because language learning is invisible in the beginning, but one day you will notice a big change. English videos will feel clearer, conversations will feel slower, your confidence will grow naturally. This transformation happens through patience and consistency. In the next chapter, we will talk about another huge struggle for English learners: vocabulary. Because many people learn new words today and forget them tomorrow. In the next chapter, I will show you how to remember English vocabulary in a smart and simple way without feeling stressed or overwhelmed. Chapter 5: How to remember English vocabulary without forgetting. Now let us talk about a problem almost every English learner faces: forgetting vocabulary. Maybe this happens to you too. You learn new words today. You feel happy and confident. But after 2 days, the words disappear from your memory. Then you feel frustrated. You start thinking, why do I forget so fast? Some learners even believe their memory is weak. But listen carefully. Forgetting is normal. Your brain is not broken. The real problem is the learning method. Many beginners try to memorize vocabulary in a stressful way. They study long word lists for hours. They force their brain to remember too much information at one time. Then the brain becomes tired and confused. This is why the words disappear quickly. But vocabulary learning can become much easier if you learn words naturally and correctly. The first thing you must understand is this: your brain remembers words better when they have meaning and emotion. This means learning random words alone is not very effective. Instead, learn words inside simple sentences. For example, do not only learn the word hungry, learn a full sentence like I am hungry now. This helps your brain understand how the word works in real life. Sentences create context, and context helps memory become stronger. Another important thing is learning fewer words but using them more often. Many beginners try to learn 50 new words every day. Then they forget most of them. Instead, learn 5 or 10 useful words daily and practice them many times. Quality is more important than quantity. A small number of words used regularly becomes strong vocabulary over time. Remember this: fluency does not come from knowing difficult words. It comes from using common words confidently. In fact, many fluent English speakers use the same simple vocabulary every day. They repeat common patterns naturally. So stop putting pressure on yourself to sound advanced immediately. Simple vocabulary is powerful. One excellent way to remember vocabulary is through repetition. Your brain needs to see and hear words many times before they stay in long-term memory. This is why reviewing old vocabulary is very important. Many learners only focus on new words and forget to review older ones. Then everything becomes mixed and confusing. Create a small daily review habit. Spend a few minutes revising old words every day. This simple action makes a huge difference over time. Another powerful method is using vocabulary in your own life. Personal connection helps memory become stronger. For example, if you learn the word happy, make sentences connected to your real feelings. Say, I feel happy when I listen to music. If you learn the word family, talk about your own family. The brain remembers personal information more easily because emotion creates stronger memory. This is smart learning, not stressful learning. Visual memory is also very powerful. Try connecting words with images in your mind. When you hear the word apple, imagine a real apple clearly. When you hear rain, imagine rain falling outside. The brain remembers pictures faster than translation. This is why children learn language naturally through images and experiences. You can also keep a vocabulary notebook, but do not write only translations. Write simple sentences too. Write meanings in easy English when possible. Add examples from your own life. This makes the notebook more useful and personal. Some learners use flashcards, and this method can also work very well. One side has the English word. The other side has meaning or example sentence. Review them regularly for a few minutes daily. Small, repeated practice is stronger than long, stressful study sessions. Another important thing is hearing vocabulary again and again through listening. This is why listening practice is connected with vocabulary growth. When you hear common words repeatedly in conversations, stories, songs, and videos, your brain starts remembering them naturally. Words become familiar. Familiarity creates confidence, and confidence helps communication. Many beginners make one dangerous mistake. They stop using words because they are afraid of mistakes. But unused vocabulary disappears quickly. Use new words immediately. Speak them, write them, repeat them aloud. Create tiny conversations with yourself. Action keeps vocabulary alive. Silence kills memory. Let me tell you something very important. You do not need thousands of difficult words to speak English confidently. Most daily conversations use simple and common vocabulary. Many beginners secretly believe fluent English means using complicated words all the time. This is not true. Clear communication is more important than fancy vocabulary. If you can express your ideas simply and confidently, that is real progress. Another smart method is learning vocabulary by topic. For example, one day focus on kitchen words, another day focus on travel words, another day focus on emotions or daily routines. This helps the brain organize information better. Random learning creates confusion, but organized learning creates stronger memory connections. You can also practice through small daily speaking exercises. If today you learned words about food, speak 5 sentences about food. If you learned words about weather, describe today's weather aloud. This combination of vocabulary and speaking makes learning stronger and more natural. And please stop getting angry at yourself when you forget words. Forgetting is part of learning. Even advanced learners forget vocabulary sometimes. The important thing is returning to the words again and again. Every review makes the memory stronger. Be patient with your brain. Language learning is not a test of intelligence. It is a process of repetition and exposure. Another useful trick is association. Connect new English words with something familiar. For example, if a word sounds funny or reminds you of something in your life, use that connection. The brain loves associations because they create mental shortcuts. This makes memory easier and faster. Also remember this deeply. Vocabulary growth happens slowly. In the beginning, progress may feel invisible, but one day you suddenly realize something amazing. You understand more English videos, you read faster, you speak more easily. Words start coming into your mind naturally. This beautiful moment comes through patience and daily practice. So trust the process. Keep learning useful words. Keep reviewing. Keep using vocabulary in real life. Little by little, your English world becomes bigger. And now there is one more thing many beginners fear deeply: grammar. Some learners feel nervous even hearing this word. They think grammar is impossible and confusing. But in the next chapter, I will show you a much easier and more natural way to learn grammar without stress, fear, or complicated rules. Chapter 6. Learn grammar naturally without fear. Now let us talk about something that scares many English learners: grammar. Maybe when you hear this word, you immediately feel stress. Maybe you remember difficult school lessons, confusing rules, and long grammar exercises. Many beginners believe grammar is the hardest part of English. Some people even stop learning because grammar feels too complicated. But today, I want to change the way you think about grammar forever. Grammar is not your enemy. Grammar is simply a tool for communication. And the truth is this: you do not need to master hundreds of grammar rules before speaking English. In fact, many learners delay speaking for years because they are waiting to become perfect in grammar first. This is one of the biggest mistakes beginners make. Think about children learning their first language. They do not study grammar books before speaking. They listen to patterns again and again. Slowly, the brain understands the structure naturally. This is exactly how you should approach English grammar too. Learn naturally through simple patterns: repetition, listening, and speaking, not through fear and pressure. One reason grammar feels difficult is because many learners try to study everything at once: tenses, conditions, passive voice, complicated structures. The brain becomes overloaded. But beginners do not need advanced grammar immediately. You only need simple grammar that helps you communicate daily. Small, useful patterns are enough in the beginning. For example, simple structures like "I am happy," "I like coffee," "she goes to school," "they played football yesterday." These simple patterns are the real foundation of English communication. Another important thing is understanding that grammar grows slowly through exposure. The more English you hear and read, the more your brain notices patterns naturally. This is why listening and reading are so important. Your brain quietly learns sentence structure even when you're not studying grammar directly. This is natural learning. And honestly, this method feels much easier and less stressful for beginners. Let us make grammar simple right now. Think about present tense. You use it for daily life and routines. I eat breakfast. She works every day. We study English. These are simple patterns. Repeat them many times and they become natural. Past tense talks about yesterday or completed actions. I watched a movie. They visited their grandmother. Future tense talks about tomorrow or future plans. I will call you. We will travel next month. See how simple this becomes when you focus on meaning instead of complicated rules. Grammar should help communication, not create fear. Many beginners also become afraid of making grammar mistakes while speaking. Because of this fear, they stay silent. But remember this deeply: communication is more important than perfection. If your grammar is not perfect, but people understand your message, that is still success. In real conversations, confidence matters a lot. A person speaking simple English confidently often communicates better than someone who knows advanced grammar, but is too afraid to speak. So stop waiting for perfect grammar before opening your mouth. Practice first. Improvement comes later. Another dangerous habit is overthinking while speaking. Some learners mentally check every grammar rule before saying a sentence. This creates stress and slow speaking. Imagine driving a car while thinking about every tiny movement. It would become impossible. Speaking English works the same way. Fluency grows when patterns become automatic through repetition. This is why simple daily practice is powerful. Instead of studying grammar for many hours, practice small, useful sentences every day. Repeat common patterns again and again. Your brain slowly memorizes them naturally. Another useful method is noticing grammar while listening. For example, while watching a simple English video, notice how speakers make questions. Notice how they talk about past events. Notice small sentence patterns. This helps your brain absorb grammar naturally without heavy memorization. Reading also helps grammar improvement. Simple English stories are excellent for beginners because they show grammar in real situations. You see how sentences work together naturally. This makes grammar easier to understand and remember. One thing I really want you to stop doing is translating every sentence from your native language into English. This creates confusion because every language has different structures. Instead, try learning English as English. Learn small sentence patterns directly. For example, instead of translating word by word, practice whole expressions like "How are you?" "What are you doing?" "I don't understand." These patterns become automatic with repetition. And automatic patterns create fluent speaking later. Let me tell you something very important. Many fluent English speakers are not grammar experts. Even native speakers sometimes make grammar mistakes in daily conversations. But they continue speaking naturally because communication matters more than perfection. So please stop putting impossible pressure on yourself. You are learning a new language. That takes time. Mistakes are part of growth. Every mistake teaches your brain something valuable. Another smart way to practice grammar is through tiny daily writing exercises. Write simple sentences about your day. Today I woke up early. I studied English for 20 minutes. I feel tired but happy. This practice helps grammar become more natural because you actively use sentence structures. Small writing habits create strong improvement over time. Also remember this deeply. Fluency is built through action, not endless preparation. Some learners spend years preparing to speak, but never actually practice enough. Do not become trapped in endless studying without communication. English is meant to be used. Speak, write, listen, read. Use the language daily, even imperfectly. Confidence grows through use. Another thing that helps greatly is thinking in simple English. Start small. During daily life, think tiny thoughts in English. I am hungry. This food is good. I need sleep. These small mental habits train your brain to build English naturally without translation. Over time, your thinking speed improves. Speaking becomes easier too. And remember this: learning grammar naturally takes patience. In the beginning, progress may feel slow, but slowly patterns become familiar. One day you suddenly notice that sentences come into your mind more easily. This is a beautiful stage because your brain is finally starting to think in English naturally. That is real progress. So do not fear grammar anymore. Keep it simple. Focus on useful patterns. Practice daily. Make mistakes proudly. Trust the process. You are improving more than you realize. And now we come to the final and most important chapter. Because knowing methods is not enough. The real question is this: how do you stay consistent and continue learning English without quitting? In the next chapter, I will show you a simple daily routine that can completely change your English journey forever. Chapter 7. The daily routine that can change your English forever. Now we have reached the most important part of this journey: the daily routine. Because honestly, many people know what to do, but they still fail because they do not stay consistent. They start with excitement and strong motivation. For 2 or 3 days, they practice seriously. Then life becomes busy. Laziness comes. Motivation becomes weak. Slowly, they stop learning again. Maybe this also happened to you before. And when this happens many times, people start losing belief in themselves. They think, I can never become fluent. But listen carefully. Success in English is not about studying perfectly every day. Success is about continuing even on small and difficult days. Tiny daily action is more powerful than big motivation for one week. This is the secret most successful learners understand. They build habits, not temporary excitement. And today I want to show you a simple routine that beginners can follow at home without stress. A routine that feels realistic and easy to continue, because if a routine feels too difficult, most people quit quickly. So let us make English learning simple and natural. First, start your day with listening. Even 10 minutes is enough. Listen to slow and easy English while eating breakfast, walking, or relaxing. Do not worry about understanding every word. Just allow your brain to hear English daily. This small habit trains your ears naturally over time. Consistency matters more than perfection. Next comes vocabulary practice. Learn only a few useful words daily. 5 or 10 words are enough, but use them in simple sentences immediately. Do not only memorize meanings, speak the words, write them, repeat them aloud. For example, if you learn the word beautiful, make small sentences like, this place is beautiful, or the weather is beautiful today. Using vocabulary in real life helps memory become stronger. After vocabulary, spend some time speaking. This is very important because many learners avoid speaking practice due to fear. But remember this deeply. Speaking is the bridge between knowledge and confidence. Even if you speak alone, continue practicing. Describe your day. Talk about your plans. Read short paragraphs aloud. Stand in front of a mirror and speak simple English. These tiny habits slowly remove fear from your mind. At first, your English may feel slow and broken. That is completely normal. Fluency grows little by little through repetition. Another important part of the routine is reading. Read simple English every day. Do not choose difficult books immediately. Start with beginner stories, short articles, or simple dialogues. Reading improves vocabulary, grammar, and sentence structure together. Your brain starts recognizing patterns naturally. And while reading, do not rush. Read slowly and understand the meaning. You can also read aloud sometimes to improve pronunciation and confidence together. Writing is also very useful, even for beginners. Write small paragraphs about your day, your feelings, your goals, or your daily routine. Keep it simple, for example. Today I studied English for 30 minutes. I listened to a podcast and learned 5 new words. This small writing habit trains your brain to build English sentences naturally, and over time your confidence grows because you can clearly see your improvement. Another powerful habit is thinking in English. This may sound difficult in the beginning, but start with tiny thoughts. While walking, think the weather is hot. While drinking tea, think this tea tastes good. Small thoughts slowly train your brain to use English naturally without translation. This is one of the most powerful habits for fluency. But remember, do not force yourself too much. Language learning should feel challenging but not painful. Some people study for many hours one day and then feel exhausted for the next week. This is not effective. Small daily practice works much better. Even 20 or 30 minutes daily can create huge improvement after some months. Think about exercise. One day at the gym cannot change your body immediately, but small regular workouts slowly create transformation. English works exactly the same way, and there is something very important you must remember during this journey. Progress in language learning is not always visible immediately. Sometimes you feel stuck. Sometimes you feel your English is not improving. This stage is normal. Every learner experiences this. Your brain is still learning quietly, even when results feel slow. Many people quit during this stage because they think nothing is changing, but often success comes right after this difficult period. So never stop because progress feels slow. Trust the process. Another important thing is celebrating small wins. Many learners only focus on fluency and ignore small improvements, but small wins matter greatly. Maybe today you understood one new sentence. Maybe today you spoke without fear for 1 minute. Maybe today you remembered vocabulary more easily. These small victories are proof that you are improving. Be proud of them. Confidence grows through small successes. Also make your learning enjoyable. Watch simple English videos you like. Listen to songs. Follow interesting English content. Learning should not always feel like school pressure. When you enjoy the process, consistency becomes easier, and consistency creates fluency. Another thing I want you to remember deeply is this: do not compare yourself with others. Some people learn faster, some people learn slower. Every brain is different. Your journey is unique. The only comparison that matters is who you were yesterday. If you know more English today than before, you are already winning. And now I want you to imagine your future for a moment. Imagine yourself speaking English confidently. Imagine understanding movies and videos without fear. Imagine traveling and communicating freely. Imagine feeling proud of yourself because you did not quit. That future is possible, truly possible. But it starts with small daily action today. Not tomorrow, not next month, today. You do not need perfect conditions to begin. You do not need expensive courses. You do not need perfect grammar. You only need patience, consistency, and belief in yourself. Your English journey will not become perfect overnight. There will be difficult days. There will be moments of frustration. But if you continue step by step, your future self will thank you for not giving up. One day you will look back and realize that the small daily practice you almost ignored completely changed your confidence and your life. So keep going. Keep practicing. Keep believing. Your English is growing every single day, even when you cannot see it yet. If you watch this video till the end, I want you to feel proud of yourself, because that means you are serious about changing your English and your future. Remember, fluency does not come from talent. It comes from small daily practice and patience. Do not worry about being perfect. Just focus on improving little by little every day. Even 10 or 20 minutes daily can completely change your confidence after some months. And always remember this: every fluent English speaker was once a beginner who felt nervous, confused, and afraid of mistakes. The difference is they did not quit. So promise yourself today that you will continue this journey step by step. And one more thing. I have prepared a special bonus PDF exercise file based on this complete video script to help you practice everything step by step at home. The link is in the description below. Make sure to download it and practice daily, because practice is the real key to fluency. If this video helped you, then make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and press the notification bell, because I will help you improve your English in the easiest and simplest way. And now I want you to comment below. What is your biggest problem in English right now? Speaking, listening, vocabulary, grammar, or confidence? I read your comments and I will make more videos to help you. Keep learning, keep smiling, keep believing in yourself, and I will see you in the next video.